Your train just left this town. While I'm slowly heading back to my apartment, I'm not asking for your thoughts. I'm just thinking out loud in the darkness. Ooh, there's no point 'cause we both know. Ooh, from here there's nowhere to go. Someone said your heart is golden. All I got was my heart broken. I can see the dawn is coming just for you, for you, for you. Times will come again when the wind is blowing in my direction. Still I can't ignore the pain. It's the only thing that tells me I'm breathing. I lost you from the start. Someone said your heart is. Trees are dancing while the spring's still here. They don't make haste 'cause they know what's coming. We try to wash away our broken years, but it's so hard in the cold summer. Slowing down to get their sleep. They've had enough bringing life to others, but I still don't know what else to seek but your smile in the morning hours. Still alive.
beautiful fall day, but fall also means soup season for me, and I love making soups all year round, but especially in the fall. So tonight I'm gonna make like a creamy tomato soup with spinach and white or cannelli kidney beans. And I'll show you what I'm gonna use and how I make it. I know we did the homemade chicken shawarma that I showed a little blip of that video, but there really wasn't much of a recipe. It was kind of like store-bought shawarma mix that we marinated the chicken in, and then Dan put it on that spigot thing that he got for the barbecue, and it just kind of cooked it and rotated it, and as it cooked and got crispy, he just kept cutting off the bits. It was delicious, but there wasn't really much of a recipe, and I had just Googled like a garlic and onion turmeric rice recipe to go with it. So I do like to share my recipes with you, so I'm going to show you what you need to make this soup and kind of how I throw it together. Okay, hang on. Okay, I like to use this better than bouillon. I used to buy the boxed stock, but I find this easier just to have on hand and keep in the fridge. So I'm going to mix a big heaping spoonful of this into about 4 cups of water. So this is what I'm using for my chicken broth, but you're going to need about 4 cups depending on what you decide to use. Probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 cans of these petite cut stewed tomatoes, 2 cans of the white kidney beans, and I'll drain and rinse these. A container, or like maybe about a cup of cream, 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to dice up this sweet white onion. And the seasoning I'm going to use, besides salt and pepper, will be thyme, oregano, and sweet basil. A whole bunch of fresh chopped spinach will go into it. Also, I'll grate probably half a cup to a cup of fresh Parmesan, and I plan on cutting a piece of the rind off as well and throwing that in. And that's what you'll need. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Happy Friday. It is September the 12th and it is a beautiful fall day, so I wanted to come sit outside and film a vlog and catch you up on what I've been up to, all the knitting. My summer kind of morphed into this beautiful fall, and I have a lot of things to show you. So first and foremost, my name's Amanda. This is my vlog, Sweet Skein of Mine. I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which is on the east coast of Canada, and I like to do these videos to kind of share my hand knits, my crafts, journaling, cooking. I hand dye yarn, and I'd like to capture it all here and share it with you. So if you follow me on Instagram, just to get right into it, you know that I finished my Lunenburg sweater. It's by Amy Christoffers. I'll put all the information below. I bought this kit this summer. My girlfriends and I spent a couple of nights in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, and we went for a day trip and went to visit Cricket Cove and Black's Harbor. I had nothing in mind to buy, but I saw the kits for these Lunenburgs and knew I had to grab one. There's been so many times where I have gone up to people at craft shows or fiber events, whatnot, and said, I love your sweater, what is it? And time again, it was the Lunenburg, and I'm like, okay, I have to remember that I want to make this, and I want to make it in this color scheme. So Lichen Lace did up kits, and she sells them, I know, in her shop. Anyway, Cricket Cove had a bunch, so I grabbed one and cast it on immediately, and I love it. So I finally kind of finished the sleeves a couple weeks ago, got all the ends woven in. What do I want to tell you about this? Well, first of all, I'll tell you the yarn. So in the kit, I did size number 3, and I did get this up on my Ravelry page. The colors that you're going to get are, for your main color is coal. So again, Lichen Lace, I love her yarn. This is in the Heather Sport, and it's beautiful. It's spun by Briggs & Little, and it's got this gorgeous rustic feel to it, so there's a ton of structure to it. It's not scratchy. I don't find it scratchy. I guess if you're sensitive, you might not enjoy it, but it is a beautiful yarn. So again, in the Rustic Heather Sport, the main color is coal. And for this beautiful yoke, the kit came with pollen, which would be that pretty kind of scummy green, shrub, which is this little darker green in there, if you can see that. I'll do a close-up here in a minute. Birch, which is the creamy color, and sky, this soft kind of robin's egg blue. So this was a joy to knit. There's better pictures, I guess, on Instagram if you wanted to go look at my page. I really don't have any modifications. I followed the pattern to a T. I loved knitting this. This chart flew. I couldn't put it down. The detail, and I am so pleased that I went with this color scheme. It's kind of outside of my wheelhouse when it comes to choosing colors for what I want to knit with, and I'm so happy to finally have a different color scheme in this charted pattern. It's beautiful. So if you have this kit or you're thinking about it, don't sit on it. Get it, knit it. It's beautiful. I love the weight of this yarn. It's airy. It's got gorgeous structure to it. And I love it. It's my new favorite sweater. I say that every time, I think, but it is. This is my new favorite sweater. Right now in Fredericton, we have an event called Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival. It happens every fall. It's amazing. It runs from Wednesday to Sunday. They literally shut down the streets downtown Fredericton, where everything is just, you just walk around and the bars are hopping and there's food trucks everywhere. There's live music. buskers, there's tents with tickets that you can get to go see shows. So I'm going tonight with Dan and Alex and Sarah. We're going to go see Goose. If the temperature was going to be like this, I would totally wear this sweater, but I know it's going to warm up and we're going to be in a tent, so I will be changing. It's beautiful right now. It's nice and cool. It's like 9 degrees, so, but I think later it's supposed to get to 21. So anyway, I will enjoy wearing this for the moment. So finished object number 1, the Lunenburg sweater. Stunning. Okay, so I whipped up a sweater in 2 weeks. I told you last vlog, I'm excited to kind of get started on my Christmas knitting. I want to do a lot of handmade gifts for Christmas this year, and I thought I'd better get started because I have a lot of knit-worthy people in my life. So I conquered my son, his girlfriend Emily. She loves my hand knits, and she's requested me to knit her sweaters in the past, and I've gifted her hats and mitts and scarves and everything, but this year I want to surprise her with a sweater. So in my Aran weight yarn, I have this colorway dyed. It's called Pecan. So I just went on Ravelry and just kind of started browsing raglan sweaters in an Aran weight yarn, and I came across this one. It's called the Mellow Mood Sweater by Julia Piro. Put this up for you. And from this photo alone, I loved it. I loved all the detail with the raglan increases. It's just got this extra little detail here, extra little detail down the sides. So, because it was an Aran weight yarn, it did knit. I know I'm a fast knitter, but I knit every morning, every day. It knit up really, really quickly, so it's all done, and it's blocked, and it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to give it to her. Here it is. So like I said, this beautiful detail along the raglan increases continues down your side. So this whole side seam has that going as well. Anyway, I'll pop in a video or a better picture of the full sweater so you can see it a little better. I love using hand-dyed yarns, and not just my own, like anybody's, because I love the variation in color. Like, I'm not that person that has to have it like machine made or machine dyed completely solid. I love the variation. And actually on one of the sleeves I was like, oh, it almost looks like little hearts. Where, hang on, is that it? Maybe right in there you can see like a little, it's almost like a little heart. So this is 100% organic merino. No superwash, no nylon, no nothing. It's just merino Aran fluff, and it's beautiful. I'm so pleased with it. It was a wonderful pattern to knit. So you might want to have a peek at it. So I have a Christmas present done. So finished object number 2. Okay, last video I was mentioning how I've been doing a lot of baby knits. So I've had some friends, Sarah's had friends, and we've got some other babies coming up, and I'm just trying to keep up with it because I feel like the baby showers are all in November. So I'm conquering what I want to knit right now. Sarah's best friend is having a baby, and she's not due until February, but the baby shower's in November. So I decided to go ahead and whip her up something. In the Lion brand yarn, Pound of Love. Let's see, I showed this yarn before. It's 100% premium acrylic. It's washable and dry. You can throw it in the washing machine, you can dry it. The color is called Elephant Gray. It's beautiful yarn. It's so soft. So the last video I showed you the pink Calendula sweater that I made, I decided to make another one. So I did it in the gray, and it's so cute. I did a different sleeve. This pattern has a couple of different options for sleeves. So you can either knit the straight sleeve and do all the increases at the end towards the cuff, which is what I decided to do this time. And the last one I did the decreases all along the sleeve. So I think I like how this one turned out better. I like the little balloon looking sleeve, and it's so soft. So I haven't washed or blocked this or anything yet, but oh, it's so cute. I absolutely love it. So I have that done, and to go with it, because it is a ton of yarn in that skein, which I got at Michael's, by the way, for maybe, I don't know if that one was $6.99 or $9.99, like nothing. But I was able to also get another project out of it. Most of you have seen this before. It's called, I wrote it down, The Best Friend Butterfly Blanket by Leslie Friend. So this also hasn't been washed or blocked or anything yet. So it's still kind of curling at the edges, but it is so cute. So this was such an easy knit, and then it just has this simple little detail of pulling up your stitches and knitting them to create these like little butterfly looking pieces on your fabric. It's so cute. And then with the finished edge, so you've got this sweet garter edge all along it, and it's a nice size blanket. A little wind today. So I'm going to get this wrapped up, and she did find, I knit all this before she found out that she's having a baby boy. So gray is easy whether you're having a boy or a girl, and I'm glad I have it all ready for her. I think she's going to love it. So a couple more things done. What else? Okay, I got a treat in the mail from my friend Jody at Blueberry Gabs. I've talked about her numerous times. She has an Etsy shop, Blueberry Gabs, with the most beautiful project bags. And I love them because she does like the big XL bags with the nice bottoms and a zip top. I have a little collection of hers going right now. She had this pattern ages ago, the granny square print, and I had mentioned it to her that I loved it. Anyway, we decided to do a swap, a yarn bag swap, and she sent me not only the bag that I asked for, so this is the XL bag that I'm talking about. I love it, and the print is so sweet. So she did this, but she also made me this one, and I love it. So I'm not going to use this for knitting. I'm actually using this. I always have a big tote for work, or for traveling or whatever, and I always have so many little things that I like to throw in my purse, whether it's my eye drops, hand cream, lip gloss, you name it. This is what this is going to be for. And her bags are A1. Blueberry Gabs. So I know I don't need more project bags, but I'm awfully happy to have these in my collection, and I just was crazy about this print. So thank you again, Jody. I love them so much. I don't know what she has in her shop, but she does have an Etsy shop with beautiful things, and she's got quite a few different shapes and sizes. So definitely have a peek. So last weekend was the Woolstock East fiber event in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, and it was put on by Sisterhood Fibers. So Faith and all of her gang from Tatamagouche. I wasn't able to attend it last year, but the years before that it was always held in Tatamagouche, and this year they moved it to New Glasgow because the big center just had more room, and there was more hotels and everything. Anyway, it was awesome. So yeah, Faith and her gang are amazing. They had volunteers running. It was so well organized and set up. We had lots of room. I had my booth was awesome. I was, had a perfect space. It's hard when you get like the smaller little areas. It's hard to kind of display things and have people just genuinely have room to shop. So I loved my space that I had. Again, the volunteers, they're emptying your vehicles, they're helping you pack up, they're giving you bathroom breaks, or if you need a coffee. Anyway, I love Faith and her gang. They were wonderful, and we had so much fun. So that was all day. We went down Thursday night, and the show was all day Friday, 12 to 6, and then Saturday 10 to 4, and then we packed up and drove home. So I did do some footage, not a lot, but I got some, so I'll pop that in at the end of this video if you guys just want to have a peek. If you've never been to it and you're able to get to it, you should definitely go. There was so many vendors, and I did get some treats, so I want to share with you what I got. A new dyer, and I just met her, Jenna. She has Nova Knits, and it's in Colchester, Nova Scotia. And she does have an Instagram and a Facebook. So Jenna, if you're watching, hi, it was so nice to meet you. She is a nurse and a mom of little ones, and now she's taken on dyeing. And I've got to tell you, she does a beautiful job. So again, here is her logo. Hopefully that's showing up okay. So we decided to do a swap. I was going to get this anyway. It's called Woodland Brown, and it's on her single ply worsted. But this color I thought was just so pretty. Anyway, I don't know what it's going to be. A hat or a mitt? I don't know. But I love it. So there's one thing that I got. Something else that I got. I had, it's always nice when your booth neighbors become your friends for the weekend, and I was so lucky. The lady behind me, Vanna, she was a felter, and she's part of the sisterhood team with Faith and everybody. Anyway, she had gorgeous like Angora and felted capes and shawls, and anyway, she wins like prizes for things, I believe. Like she's very talented. But she also at her booth had a little collection of mugs, because she does work with a lot of Angora. She asked one of their local potters to do up some bunny mugs for her. Anyway, you all know I love pottery, and I don't need any more, but I couldn't leave it. I love the color. I love the fact that there's a bunny. I'm a theme girl for every occasion, so for Easter, I probably will tuck this away, and this will be one of my Easter mugs that I use. So I did get this, and then housed in my new Blueberry Gabs extra large bag, I went home Friday after seeing this yarn, and I'm like, okay, I've got to find a project. I don't know what it's going to be, but I've got to buy this yarn, because I kept walking by it, and it was just gorgeous. And again, it's another color that's not normally in my wheelhouse, and I just was in love with it. So the yarn dyers is called Annapolis Fiber Company, and I had to get this yarn. It's so pretty. It's called Crown Shyness, and it's in the DK weight. So it is 100% Canadian Rambouillet, 254 yards, 100 grams, and again, it's Annapolis Fiber Company. They had these cards at their booth, and I grabbed one to stick in my journal. So, lover of wool. And I got a sweaters quantity. I didn't know what I wanted to knit. Like I said, Friday night I kind of went on Ravelry and kept poking around. Nothing was like coming to me, so I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to buy a sweaters quantity because I love it so much, and I love the feeling of it. It's a little softer than like a Briggs yarn, but I can tell that it's going to knit up with a lot of structure and not a lot of drape, and that's what I like in a sweater sometimes. So I found what I want to knit with it. It's called the Veggie, and it's made by Huga Strick. Is that all right there? Yeah. There's your information. I'll put any other information on the screen. Short, wide, and casual. Knitted top down with a round yoke, embellished with visible increases. The edges are knitted with horizontal stitches. Thinking green, this could only be a veggie. So the sample was done in green, and I've had this pattern for a while now. I think Nancy and I decided that we loved this pattern years and years ago, and it's kind of always just been stuck in my favorites. So I got the pattern, and that is kind of like the fit I like in a sweater too, you know. It's got like a little bit of I don't know, I don't want to say flare, but it definitely kind of you start up and you increase as you go down. Anyway, I don't know what I can't really give you much more information because I haven't started it, but I'm so excited to. So in between Christmas knitting, I'm going to get this started for myself. It's going to be beautiful. I just kind of picture like a white tee underneath it, jeans. Yeah. So that was my big purchase at Woolstock East. So it was a success, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, also another acquisition. Hang on, I left it inside. I gotta go get it. Okay, at many of these fiber festivals, I've run into Doris Ann of Savoie Baskets, and she always has a beautiful booth, tons of baskets, and by the time I decide which one I want, I go back and get it, and it's gone. So this time I found one and said, you know what? Can you put this aside for me? This is the one I want. Her work is amazing. So I'll put the information on the screen, but this is the basket I decided to go with. And she hand makes all of these. And this is just one of her plain ones. She does beautiful, like she will take this, I don't know if you call these reeds or strips, and she hand dyes them all. And yeah, so she's got blues and purples and pinks and greens and you name it. But I decided just to go with this simple, beautiful one. Like, she's got all shapes and sizes, but I really, really love this. I just kind of think it's going to be something that I want to put maybe some dried flowers in, or I don't know, but it was just so beautiful, and I finally got one. It's been years of me putting it off. So I got that, and then I also came home with some really beautiful gifts. I had people come and visit me, which was so much fun, talking to people saying I tried this recipe or I watch your vlogs. And anyway, I got to meet a lot of people that just either follow on Instagram or started watching me on YouTube. So yeah, it was lovely meeting everybody. And I also got presents. So look at this. This is a magnet. Okay, first of all, how cute is this? It's a little crocheted heart with this little pearl embellishment. Anyway, I never got your name. She just kind of ran up to the booth and said, "This is for you." I love it. Thank you. And then my friend Shelly, she lives in Nova Scotia. She makes soaps. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to open this until I get home because I want to make sure I can save this little sticker and put it in my journal. But she hand makes soaps, and oh my gosh, the smell. Cape 6 soaps. And they're beautiful. This one's called Cast Off. Ooh, this one's pretty. Look at how talented. A Mermaid's Tail. Oh. And Pirate's Cove. Oh, they're so nice, all the essential oils. So handcrafted in small batches on the east coast of Nova Scotia, Cape 6 soaps. Thank you so much for treating me to these, Shelley. There, now that they're opened, I can, yeah, I'm actually going to probably cut out some of these dragonflies and glue them to the inside of my journal and take that sticker off and get that in my journal as well. Oh, there she is. So I have those. And then last but not least, Janine Gunn. She follows me on YouTube and Instagram as well, and she likes to quilt and sew and make things, and she said she had all these odds and ends left over and decided that she had to make me something because she knew I would love the colors, and she was so right. It's so pretty. And I'm so happy that you put that on there, Janine. J Gunn, Nova Scotia, 2025. It's so pretty and it's so happy, and I'm going to put it on, I don't know, on my island or my kitchen table as like a little mini runner for under things right now. At the show, I had it on my in my booth with a little basket of yarn on it, and it looked so pretty, but it's so perfect for fall and I love it. So yeah, thank you for the treats, everybody. What else? I did make a list because I'm like, I have a lot to talk about. My journal. Okay, the pre-orders for the Hobonichi journals, they were out probably a month ago. So I got mine from Paper Plus Cloth. It's a journal supply shop in Toronto, and I'm so excited. My 2026 is here. So this is the one I get. It's the Hobonichi Techo 2026 Cousin. The size I like is A5. And this particular journal, I've kind of showed people before. I like it because it starts off with your monthly blocks. And I like using these blocks for like birthdays, when bills are due, hair appointments, just like your schedule. I kind of really like keeping that separate. And then it comes in with the weekly spread. And this is where I like to food journal. And I'm not consistent with it, but I like doing that because when you do run out of ideas, it's kind of nice to kind of flip back, see what you had for supper that week, because I sometimes will just go on TikTok or online and find a recipe just to try, and then I forget about it. But I find if I kind of document it and journal, so I do like this part of it. And then the place where I have a lot of fun is the days. So this is where I really get into like my stamps and my stickers, a rundown of the day, anything big and special that happened kind of thing. But I did bring my ongoing 2025 out to show you. So that's what I really like about the Cousin. So again, you've got your monthly, which is, appointments. And then your daily or weekly, and then your days. And I have been a big fan of the Hobonichi. I really like the layout. I love the paper. I guess they changed the paper from last year. People weren't happy with it. I'm not sure. I never noticed a problem with it, but so I'm sure that these are still available. So if you want to kind of get involved in journaling and want something that's got a kind of a straightforward, easy layout, I really, really like this. And I like the size as well. I brought out my journal. It's big and it's bulky. This is a Malia Kent cover that I got years ago. And when I first started journaling, I kind of enjoyed changing my cover every year, but I love this one so much. So I am just gonna keep this one. So this is kind of, what I do. I get it started by decorating it. I like the tabs to break up my the months of the days section of the journal. I just got these off Amazon. Let's see. Yeah, so there's just an idea of what I do with, I don't want everything to fall out, so kind of keep that. And then, yeah, when I just kind of stick things in as things happen. If I get a card or, oh, there's my pink bathtubs. Her card. Yeah, and it's just kind of decorated, and you know, I don't get the stickers and the information in completely each and every day. Sometimes I've got to catch up on a few days. Oh, this is a card that my mom painted me. Yeah. So those advents or the journals are available right now. I said Advent because I'm thinking I got to talk about this. So, as you know, I have done Christmas Advents for 4 or 5 years now. Geez, I can't even remember. And all the pre-orders always go up in April. So I sold out of them. Great. I was so happy to sell out of them. I've been working on them all summer, getting myself organized. I have a collab with somebody, one of my favorite makers, to go into the Advent. It's been so well organized, everything's going great, and then all of this tariff stuff happened, and I just kind of was like, all right, I'm going to put the brakes on things, see what's happening. Surely we're going to get this figured out. So I'm currently not shipping to the States just because on my Etsy shop, Canada Post won't ship without having prepaid duties, and that's not set up in Etsy yet. There's these apps and everything we can get with Zonos, and it'll figure out your tariff amount. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out because I have all these Advents and they're all prepaid for. The shipping's prepaid for. So how do you get duties paid? So I started looking into all the other carriers and speaking to them. So what's happened is I had a guy honestly tell me, everything's really confused at the border right now, and it's not their fault. It's just a confusing situation with the paperwork, or you know, who has to prepay and who doesn't, and what duties apply. And I guess they're backlogged, and there's shipping containers full of packages, and they're running out of room, and things are literally being sent back to the sender without shipping costs being refunded, or they're just stuck sitting there waiting to be dealt with. I do not have the confidence to send you an Advent in the States right now, and I'm so sorry, my American friends. I had to pull the plug and cancel all my American orders and refund everybody because I don't feel good about sending these to you. And not only am I worried that you're not going to get it for December 1st, I'm just worried that you're not going to get it at all. It's going to be lost or stuck, or it gets sent back to me, and they're $25 to ship. So, and I won't get that refunded, and I can't charge you to ship it again. It's just a mess. And so for your best interests, I talked to Mom. I'm like, oh, this is stressing me out. I don't like the idea of just winging it and seeing what happens. I'm not going to do that. So that being said, my Canadian friends, I have a ton of Advents that I put back in my shop. It's just one of those things. And if I get stuck with them, I get stuck with them. That's okay. I feel better about getting stuck with Advents. Oh, there's my daughter. Than you not getting yours at all, or they're getting lost. They're too expensive. They're $300. I mean, there's a reason why I have to put $300 on them. They're a lot of work, and there's going to be special things in there. They're all individually wrapped, and I mean, this was going to be my best Advent box yet ever. And anyway, I did the right thing by you. So if anybody was disappointed that they didn't get an Advent, just so you know, I have more. And I think my battery's going to die, so hang on, I got to charge this. So yeah, until all of this is figured out, I think I'm just going to kind of leave things as they are with my shop, which by the way has like nothing in it right now because I have another show coming up, and it's this Saturday engaged show, and I'm so excited. My friend Sarah Shackleton, she's ran this for, I think this is the 9th year. Anyway, it's so much fun, and it's just in buildings and outside, and there's music and there's food, and anyway, another fun fiber event. So yeah, if you're local and you can come to the Gagetown Fibre Festival, it is this Saturday, and I made a special colorway. But I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so I haven't put much inventory into my shop because I'm just trying to keep up everything to have good inventory for these shows. But once everything's said and done, I'll get it opened up. But there's a few things in there right now, so if you want to have a peek. But the advent calendars are there if anybody was hoping to get one. And again, I apologize. It does stress me out because I feel like you chose to buy mine and you passed on maybe somebody else's that you wanted, and now that other business is sold out of them and I canceled yours. So I just hope everybody understands. So far, like, I sent an email to everybody explaining why, and everybody's been so understanding and nothing but positive, and has thanked me for doing the right thing. So I just hope everybody understands. Anyway, okay, so for Gagetown, I love doing special colorways for all of these shows that I go to, and I did one for this weekend. The ones I did for Woolstock East, I did have a couple left, and I did put those in my shop. But for this weekend, I did a color called, excuse me, grab them all. I called it Grimross Farms. So my friend Sarah that does the event, her farm is called Grimross Farm, and she's got goats, and she does yarn, her sister does soaps, and they're wonderful people, and I love everything about Sarah. So I decided to name this colorway after her farm. So it's called Grimross Farm. This is on the bulky base, and I just did this like kind of rusty brown base, and there's some teals and gold, and to me it's fall. Fall in a skein of yarn. So I have it on my bulky base. I do have DK. This is the sock base. And whatever's left over, I'll definitely put in my shop. But I'm so excited about this colorway, and I showed it to Sarah and she was excited. So I have that, and I did it on my slub as well. So yeah, that's going to be this Saturday. I'm excited, and it's nice because it's just a day trip for me. We can drive there. It's not far from me at all, so we'll go there for the day and come home. And what else? Okay, so my favorite thing. Right now, I am dealing with dry skin. My skin had way too much sun over the summer, but we enjoyed a lot of outdoor time in the pool, and just, yeah. My last backyard had a lot more shade, so I was in the sun a lot, and I just feel dry, and I have to kind of take care and repair. I got a tester at Sephora that came with a purchase about a month ago, and I tried it out, and I loved it. And I don't know. So it's Rhode. Hailey Bieber, I know she sold the company, but she began it. It's called the Glazing Milk, and it is very glazy. Like, it's very, very silky and shiny. I'll put a little bit on my hand so you can see. But instead of using a serum right now at night, I'm going to use this for a while. And it's got a lot of reparative ingredients in it. So you put it on your skin and you get all glazed up and shiny. Just give it a minute and then put your night cream on. So far I've been using it just for like a week and a half. I love it. Like, my skin is definitely feeling smooth, and I don't know, it's supposed to even you out. I don't know, it's not going to even out like my skin too much, because I am a little older and I have a lot of sun damage, I feel like, right now. So I'm giving this a try and I'm loving it. So if you wanted to, instead of having a serum, I guess this is essentially a serum underneath your night cream. You can use it in the day too, but I just don't want to be that glassy, shiny looking. And when I ordered it, I also ordered the lip gloss, the Rhode lip gloss. Do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? Not as much as my Ulla Henriksen. This is my favorite. This is still my favorite, but this is very, very nice too. So if you are a lip gloss hoarder like I am, it is very, very nice. It's silky and it's not sticky, which is what I like in a lip gloss. And I just got this pretty pink, pale pink color. So those are my new products that I'm trying and enjoying. Again, this is my favorite. but I do really, really, really like this. Okay, well that's it. So I have to go finish getting ready, and I'm going to get this up hopefully today. In this evening, yeah, we're going downtown to enjoy the festivities. We're going to see Goose, the band. I love them. I saw them last year in Portland, Maine, and we loved it. We had a great time. So Dan and I and Alex and Sarah, my kids, are going to go out for supper. Hopefully get to O'Hickey's and have a couple of Guinness, and then go see the show and just enjoy the downtown. So I'll put some footage of the sweater that I knit so you can get a better view of that Mellow sweater, and I'll put up the footage of Woolstock East. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Okay, bye. I also have to take a minute and tell you how obsessed I am with my sunflower. I planted sunflowers literally just from like little sunflower seeds, and they grew up and they're enormous. Like, look at the size of that stalk. I'm gonna definitely do these every year. And there's a bee enjoying a little lunch.